I am Jared Gilmore. I sell agricultural chemical for a large multinational company in the western half of the United States. We're in the Iowa State Fair Sheep Barn. We just exhibited a couple head of sheep in the Dorset Show and the Southdown Show today. Once we get done here, we're going to head over to to Grand Island, Nebraska for the Nebraska State Fair. When we finish up there, then we're going to head up to Minneapolis, Minnesota to show at the Minnesota State Fair. The focus is to show sheep. We are able to market and to sell a few sheep along the way, which definitely helps out. It's a way for us to promote our flock, to promote our operation to different breeders and different exhibitors that are walking through the barn. Right now, we're pretty fortunate. In one regard, we've had record high lamb prices. Prices for lamb and for sheep have been at an all-time high. On the flip side of that, commodity prices have been really high. So prices for corn, for soybeans, stuff that makes the actual feed is also at a record high. So feed costs are a big concern. So recently there has been a large sell-off of American lamb throughout the country because of those two factors. High prices for the lamb and high prices to feed that lamb. Well, that just means that people are taking their, what we consider our coal ewes, our older sheep, taking those to market to be slaughtered or to be harvested is a more politically correct term. The other thing is as an industry, we've decided that we're going to try to uptake a little bit more supply than we've had in previous years. There's been a program set forth by the American Sheep Industry Association where we're going to try to produce more replacement females to try to get that supply number up and try to capitalize on some of that higher prices that we've seen in the market. Your three largest meat industries are obviously going to be beef, pork, and poultry. Not necessarily in that specific order. Lamb would definitely be the fourth behind that. Lamb has really positioned itself as a higher end cut of meat. One that you're going to see in your finer restaurants for that sake. The big challenge is just price. I mean, what the price of lamb is doing really affects if people are going to raise more sheep, if they're going to sell off a lot of sheep. The American lamb market really competes, especially with the Australian market. Australia, there's a lot of imported lamb that comes over from there. What's happening in Australia, how the dollar is doing, especially on world financial markets, all is a big player in what the American lamb producer is going to be doing. You can get lamb here in Des Moines, Iowa. You can get lamb 50 feet at the Iowa lamb tent if you really want. I had a double cheeseburger today, a double lamb cheeseburger. I should be politically correct there. Today, I mean, you can get lamb in most of your major grocery stores, but you're definitely going to find lamb in your higher end restaurants. Not necessarily your Applebee's and your Chili's, but your privately owned higher end places. So what we're doing here is we're marketing our flock to more seed stock producers, people that are going to produce marketable lamb next year and the year after. This is prime reproduction sheep. So ideally, if you would mate two of these sheep together, next year you're going to have a prime marketable lamb that's going to take little amounts of feed to get to a higher weight, that's going to be able to produce more muscle and be able to fetch a higher price, because price is based off of price per pound on the live market. Okay. I think I can do this. Sure.